Today in this video, I'm going to talk about how I wasted opportunity across my 20s and it cost me $100,000. Now, if you're in your 20s, it is critical you watch this whole video because if you take it in, this will set you up. Now, I didn't have anyone tell me this and it cost me six figures. For those in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, these principles still apply to you. Now, some of you will have figured it out like me, but for others, this could be the penny finally fitting into the slot. So I want to share how I lost six figures to hopefully help others out and avoid the trap. I recently rewatched the Jim Carrey movie Yes Man, and it focused around a man called Carl, and Carl worked a bank for his day job. Carl's partner had left him, and Carl spent most of his time just at home alone.
Carl look a little odd to you? Is it me or does he look like he's kind of dead?
Nope, no more than usual.
He said no to every opportunity in life. Carl lived in a negative place with a pessimistic outlook. Now, while the movie Yes Man followed the storyline of him saying yes to everything, and the story arc moving down the path of him falling in love with a girl called Allison, they only briefly touched around his promotion where he got a pay rise from saying yes and approving every loan at his bank to do so. This video isn't going to turn cult style like in the movie where I tell everyone to just say yes to everything and then I'm going to run through the crowd like some Colonel Sanders on PCP. But I think we can draw from this as a parable on how to earn more money. Now, I want to draw attention to why saying yes to everything is financially destructive. I'm not talking about how he goes on Persian Wife Finder and gets a foreign wife called Faranoush, or how he buys random plane tickets for spontaneous holidays. These are direct financial expenditures. I want to draw attention to behaviors and events that we all face that are direct risks of saying yes every time. There's a scene where Carl's friends find out he has to say yes to everything and they drag him out to a bar and he gets Charlie Sheen level fucked up and it ends in a fight in a back alley. Across my 20s, I learned this the hard way. Not so much the back alley fights, those were few and far between, but the time and opportunity wasted from saying yes to the wrong things. Now, I spent a decade of my life saying yes to nights out. Some of the nights out, they were granted and warranted, and they were worth it. Maybe it was a birthday, maybe it was a celebration of success in someone's life, and occasionally weddings. But a lot of the phone calls I get on a Friday or Saturday afternoon to head out to a nightclub or a pub were for no special reason or occasion. With a little bit of wisdom and hindsight in my 30s, myself and those who would call to go out to the bars for no reason other than it's the weekend, bro, all of us hadn't solved that piece of the puzzle to find opportunities and try new things. We were all people stuck in a rut. Now, I'd come home from a night out like Carl, coming back from that all-night rave, but weekly.
But I had a Red Bull last night and I really like Red Bull.
Each night I went out for no reason other than someone asked me to come out because they also had nothing better to do, was destructive for me for a decade. Not only was I losing an entire night while burning at least $150 a night once a week on pre-drinks, drinks in the bar, taxis, everything associated with a good night out, but I was also losing all productivity the next day from a hangover. And some celebrations are worth it and good for a wind down, but when it comes to heading out because there's nothing else to do, that is a slippery, slippery slope, my friends. A good mantra to take in is this: never drink to feel better, only drink to feel even better. Now, saying yes doesn't come down to just drinking and partying, of course, guys. And maybe you're in a World of Warcraft guild that runs raids several nights a week and you just keep saying yes to run tank or some shit. Maybe your partner keeps picking out new Netflix shows for you to watch together and now you are mid-season 5 of Gossip Girl and you've lost 5 nights a week for the last month just watching some shit show she wants to see. But you tell yourself at least it's better than the last 3 months doing the same, except watching Vampire Diaries. But now it's dawning on you that you have now wasted 5 nights a week for the last 4 fucking months watching some shows you don't even like. The power of saying yes is saying yes to the right opportunities, not to all opportunities. So each time you say yes to something, you need to weigh it up if tomorrow your life has had the chance to step slightly forwards into a better way than what it is right now. So heading out to celebrate someone's birthday, there is enrichment to that. So you're being part of someone else's life, part of a moment with them. But if it's just a friend saying, yeah, let's go to the pub and let's get fucked up because it's Friday, just like last Friday and just like the Friday before that and the one before that, that's not really enriching your life, is it? And that is what is costing you time and opportunity. So, you know what? Spend a movie night with your partner or jump into a World of Warcraft raid with the guild once a week, but don't let it become a rut of every night. Find a skill to work on, pick a book to read, and eventually start a side hustle. So to put it as blunt as I can for myself across my 20s, 3/4 of the weekends each year, I would go out for a night and drink with other people just because we had nothing better to do. And assume 13 weekends a year worth of valid celebrations and events, that's $150 a night out of each weekend, 39 weeks a year, which is $5,850 per year, wasted on pointless nights out. Across 20 to 30, that's $58,500 blown. Now, if I picked up a side hustle in my 20s, and I just worked one night a week to earn an extra $100 after taxes and expenses, instead of going out to the pointless nights across the 10 years, not only would I have saved an extra $58,500, but I would have earned an extra $39,000. So the true cost of all those wasted nights was close to $100,000. For me, those 39 pointless nights a year not only cost me my time, but it cost me $100,000, and that's when I factor in the bare minimum opportunity cost of not going out and doing a side hustle. But now, important guys, if you are in your 20s right now, and this is you, I cannot be any more fucking serious. After this video, scroll down to the description, click the link and sign up to Doordash. 1 weekend a month, head out and party. But 3 weekends a month, replace that party night with heading out and working on a side hustle. If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, same applies, dude. It's not too late. Inflation now, if I went out, those $150 nights, that'd be close to $250 a night to do the same thing. Replace the rut nights with a side hustle. Don't sit around trying to stretch pennies with a budget. The game has changed this decade. You need to increase your revenue to get ahead of the increased cost of living and inflation. You need a side hustle. Say yes to a side hustle. For anyone 30 and up, what is some of the shit you wasted your time on in your 20s that in hindsight now, you would have changed? Leave it in the comments below. Share your wisdom. I know there's a lot of younger people tuning in here, but for everyone, swap the piss up night with your side hustle. Swap one of the movie nights with the partner for a side hustle. Drop the kids off to sports training or karate lessons and do 2 or 3 Doordash deliveries to earn some money instead of sitting in the car playing Angry Birds or whatever the fuck you do to waste your time. Life is simply a game of chess. You have many pieces and moves at your disposal. There is an hourglass with sand trickling through because you only have so much time to make each move. There are only so many moves you can make with the time you have. So what are you going to do? Are you going to fuck around, playing with your pawns, doing nothing meaningful? Or is it time for you to pull out some of your big pieces from the back line and make some powerful fucking moves? Think about it. It's your turn, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Hi mate, have you subscribed to Chris yet? Of course I did. The subscribe button is just down there. Did you know he's trying to get to 10,000 subscribers? 10,000? That's 5 times the size of Cuba Petey. Cuba Petey, mate. Cuba bloody Petey, mate. Cuba Petey, mate. Cuba bloody Petey. He's got some more videos over there too. Over where? Just over there. Over here? Yeah, mate, that's them. Cheers, mate. I'll keep watching because there's always something new. And I'll see you in the next one. Hooroo, you legends.